What's up, YouTube? So today we're gonna try to swap out these rims, start making the truck look more like our 14 did. So we're gonna do the rims and hopefully program our tire size so it corrects the speedo and get all that stuff done. But currently we're just running on the factory 18s that we have on the Bighorn edition. So we'll be going to a 20-inch 33 by 12.5 fuel. I think they're D588s. So we'll get those swapped out, and then we'll start setting the truck up for programming this next week. Hopefully we can get that going with some EGR-less tuning, and then get back into installing all the other parts. So these are the fuel rims that we're going to put on. They're a little dirty right now because they came off the other truck without being cleaned, but essentially we got 33 by 12.5 Atturo Trailblade XTs. These did not last as long as I thought they would. I've roughly got maybe 30,000 on them. The wear bars are super high on them though. So anybody looking to get some Atturo tires, these are the wear bars right here. They're pretty high. So I would not recommend these. I'd recommend like a Cooper tire or BFG or something like that. All right, so we got the wheels installed. This is what they look like without the center caps. But I wanted to check them without any preload on them from the engine and weight of the front of the truck, just to check and see how close we are. So this is roughly how close we are without any preload on the rim and the suspension up front. So we'll put some preload on it and check it again. Doesn't look to be a big issue in the front, but it might be an issue in the rear. So you got plenty of space obviously back here, but I don't think it's going to be a huge issue up front here on this other side. So if we turn it even slightly, so I think we're going to have plenty of room on the front side. I'm just worried about this back side back here because this tire is a little bit wider than the factory tires. So we'll check it after we get it off the jack stands, and I'll show you guys that. All right, rims are on. We got the back done. I don't think it's not leveled right now, so it's something we were kind of looking at doing later on. But I mean, they sit well within the wheel well, pretty square, I mean, for a stock height truck. And the gap back here wasn't really that bad. I was more concerned about this little indentation out here for it being turned, but it was still probably a good, I would say, quarter inch away. So I tried to hit a few bumps in a little short drive and see if I could hear any rubbing. I don't see any visible rubbing, but I'm gonna take it for a drive in a little bit and go get some fuel and see how it does. So I'll take you guys on a ride along for that. Nothing too spectacular right now. We don't have any tunes in it or nothing like that. So, but this is what they look like without the center caps. All right, so we got the tires installed, or the new rims. They're really not new, they're from my 14 Laramie. So what we're gonna do is program the tire size in the BCM with Alfaobd. And then these, if anybody's wondering, they're 33 by 12 and a half, 20-inch rims with the 33 by 12 and a half inch tires. And then they're a negative 18 offset. All right, so in here, going in, we're gonna program the new tire circumference. I just did a quick search online for the conversion. All right, so we're gonna cycle our key. Turn it back on. Okay, so we got our ABS light now, so we're probably gonna have to reinitialize the ABS system. So it says here, this function is used to update the tire circumference value stored in the BCM after changing the size of the tires on the vehicle. If ABS is reporting vehicle configuration mismatch code after changing of the tire size, please run ABS initialization procedure available in the ABS diagnostics. So that's what we're gonna have to do now. Okay, so for the ABS initialization, you'll get the screen up here on the dash. It flashes a whole bunch of crazy messages: service analog brake system, service this, service that. Your ABS light will go crazy, your traction control, all that stuff. So it says here in the ABS initialization on here that the routine is to be used to initialize the ABS ECU after either ECU or related component replacement. Please verify that the vehicle is stationary, blah, 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 right? Run the static ECU initialization first. If the car is equipped with G sensor, blah, 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 we don't have that. If the car is equipped with ESC, clear store DTC, cycle ignition. So I went through, I looked at the DTCs and all that stuff, and I didn't see anything really in there. It didn't say that there was faults or nothing. And then it says run clearing rolls information. So what we did was we came up here, we went to the static ECU initialization, did that. That went good. And then you hit start down here, hit start. It'll say completed. And then you go down here to clearing rolls information. So you'll cycle the key, clearing rolls information, do that, hit start, it'll complete it, and now our dash looks like this with no issues. All right guys, so now we are taking the truck to go get fueled, and we're also going to check our GPS speed to make sure it's accurate for the tire adjustment that we did. So we'll check our SPEEDO GPS on our phone. Probably using like Google Maps, or I normally use Waze, and I know it shows speed on that, so we'll check it that way, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys. So we confirmed the miles per hour on the speedometer compared to the GPS. So we're about, I want to say, 3 miles an hour off at higher speeds, like over probably about 50, maybe 50. I think it was about 55. We were 3 miles an hour off, and then at say 20, 25, we were almost dead on. So I'm just gonna live with that. We're a little bit faster on the Speedo rather than on the road speed. So right now we've got the inflate tire to, whatever PSI. We set them to 60 in the rear as well yesterday. So I'm pretty sure I had these tires a little bit under 60 from the Laramie that I had them on. So we'll go back home and we'll air them up, and then that light should go off. So we've also turned off the seatbelt reminder. Probably need to buckle my seatbelt here in a second, but I will. I normally do. But that's just some of the things that you can do with Alfaobd. It's awesome software. I love using it, so I would highly recommend it to anybody looking to get into something like that, for your personal or just for fun, your buddies, whatever. It's pretty simple to use. You can check it out on some of the forums. It's pretty much where I found it, and there's a lot of features that you can do. So we're gonna end there, and unfortunately we didn't get our pillar pod installed today for the gauges. We kind of ran out of time. Weather came in on us, so we'll get that in the next video. Just installing the Raceme Ultra tuner, similar to an MM3. So any of you guys that are running the MM3s, is very similar product. So we'll get that in the next video. Okay, so here we're going to program tire size. You can select from the drop-down menu here a list of a bunch of different things. So they've got all these different tires that are listed for specific tires that you could put on. These are mostly stock sizes. The only ones that I saw on here that were like, say, 35s are all the way down at the bottom, and they're the Toyo Open Country AT 35x12.5 18s. But this list is pretty hard to find your actual tire size, since it's a lot of metric, and they're specific sizes. So if you don't want to do all that, you can go down here and you can enter your tire circumference in millimeters. So I think we entered 2635 yesterday for 33x12.5. So we were off by about 3 miles an hour. So we're just going to go in here and we're going to change it to let's do 2633. We'll try that first, and then we'll hit start, and it'll go through its process, and then we'll do our ABS procedure. Tire pressures have been updated to 60 pounds for front and rear via Alfaobd. So what we ended up having to do is we adjusted our tire pressures thresholds first, and then for them to set, you actually have to adjust them in the radio frequency hub, since everything goes through that. So we did that, and then got rid of our blinking dash lights. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. If you like this video, please press the like button. If you don't like it, please let us know what we can do better. If there's something you guys would like to see, let us know, and we'll try to get to it here in the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.